Good morning, everybody. So today, I'd like you all to just talk. All right. So everybody, I'm going to ask you this one simple question. Did you hear that? Raise your hand if you heard that. All right. So let's try that again, but this time, let's not talk. Let's wait and try and listen. All right. So the first bird you heard there was a black-naped oriole, and it's one of the many species that we have here on campus. The second bird you heard was a gray egret. It's one of the birds we have out on the mudflats. So for my school internship, I chose to do a biodiversity project relating to the many different animal species we have around here. So on my first day, I had to go around the different places, and I had to take lots of pictures of birds. But there was one thing I noticed. I noticed that the birds were making sounds. And it's pretty weird, right? Because of course the birds make sounds. They're living beings. But this same campus that I've been on for over 3 years, and I heard something new. And that's crazy. Maybe you guys felt the same way when you guys heard the sound the second time, when we tried to listen for it. Do any of you here know the Malayan tiger? So the Malayan tiger is a species of tiger that is native to the Malayan Peninsula. Now, the Malayan tiger is listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List. It estimates that there's around 80 to 120 breeding adults left. How about the Japanese sea lion? So the Japanese sea lion is a species of sea lion that went extinct in the 1970s. Can you imagine that? Your grandparents being able to see an animal that you could never? Let's move even more locally. So how many of you here know the Lesser Adjutant? So the Lesser Adjutant is a species of bird that we have right here on our island. But you know what's really weird about it? The IUCN Red List lists it as of concern. And not only that, but population sizes of this bird are going down and down every year. Now imagine if you could see this bird, but your children or your grandchildren couldn't. In the last 5 centuries, that's 500 years, over 900 different animal species have gone extinct. With the rise in logging, as well as uses of natural gas, our world is getting more and more harmed by our actions. But it's not too late. The Team Trees initiative planted over 27 million trees from July of 2020 to August of 2021. The World Wildlife Fund, at first, was one of the smallest NGOs in the world, but now it's grown to one of the biggest NGOs, operating in more than 10 different countries and having over 100,000 different participants. So even though every day we're getting closer and closer to losing more and more beautiful species on this planet, we're still working together. Now I want to ask you guys, when was the last time that you saw a beautiful animal? When was the last time that you saw a pretty animal that you really loved? Now what would happen if your children couldn't see that animal? So I just want you to think about that. And I really want to ask you this one really simple question. Are you really listening?